didn't tell you to start. What'd you start for? Why you do that? Hello, everyone. So this is an older one. It's a year old. Top 10 generals of all time. And I did it. I haven't looked. There were a few that were on there. But I'm kind of curious to know. I mean, Napoleon was listed on, or his face is on there on the thumbnail. So there are a few others. I don't remember. But I don't want to scroll through the bottom, but let's just see who the top 10, what they say, top 10 generals. And I know I'm going to say Halid, however you want to pronounce his name, which I always get it wrong. He should be on this list, but he won't be. Probably.
Someone went and moneyballed military history. Ethan Arsht applied the principles of baseball sabermetrics to the performances of history's greatest generals' ability to win battles, and he came up with a list of the 10 best generals of all time. The math is tricky, but the list is definitive. There are just a few caveats. Although an imperfect source, Arsht compiled Wikipedia data from 3,580 battles and 6,619 generals. He then compiled lists of key commanders, total forces, and, of course, the outcome. The general's forces were categorized and his numerical advantage or disadvantage weighted to reflect tactical ability. The real power is ranking the general's war score, or wins above replacement. The more battles a commander fought and won, the more opportunities to raise their scores. But fighting fewer battles didn't necessarily help. There were some surprises in the model, like the apparent failures of generals like Robert E. Lee. For more modern generals like Patton, who didn't make the top 10, the relatively small number of battles commanded attributed to their absence. For more about Arsht's results, responses to criticism, and his findings, check out our website in the link below. Remember, this list has nothing to do with overall strategy, and it's all in good fun, so just take it easy, internet trolls. Okay, let's get started. Number 10, Alexander the Great. Alexander was born in 356 BCE, and he would go on to create one of the largest empires in the ancient world. He earned his first victory in battle at the age of 16 and became the king of Macedonia at the age of 20. Alexander was a great strategist. In fact, he won every battle that he himself commanded. But since his life was cut short and he had only 9 battles from which to draw data, it leaves the model very little to work with. Still, the conqueror of the known world is ranked much higher than other leaders.
He had only 9 battles? No, he had more than that. Right? 9 battles? That was it? I thought he would have had like hundreds. Wow. Okay, well that is definitely new to me. I thought he had a lot more. Wow.
With similar numbers, including the Japanese shogun Tokugawa, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, and Confederate General J.E.B. Stuart. It should be noted that Alexander's per-battle war average is higher than anyone else's on this list. Number 9, Georgie Shukov. Georgie Konstantinovich Shukov is perhaps the most acclaimed Soviet commander from World War II. His victory at the Battle of Kursk, the largest tank battle in history, is remembered as the turning point in the war against the Germans, and his assault against Berlin in 1945 hastened the end of the war. Shukov has only one more battle than Alexander, and his overall score barely squeaks by the Macedonian. Interestingly enough, his score is far, far above that of General Douglas MacArthur or Confederate Generals Jubal Early and John Bell Hood. That's what overcoming the odds does for your war score. Number 8. Frederick the Great. Frederick II ruled Prussia, a powerful kingdom within the Germanic Empire during the 18th century. His military prowess expanded Prussian lands, and his political influence brought Prussia to the front of European affairs. Ruling for more than 40 years and commanding troops in some 14 battles across Europe earned the enlightened Prussian ruler the number 8 spot on this list. His per-battle average was also lower than Alexander's, but on the whole, he was just a better tactician. Number 7. Ulysses S. Grant. Ulysses S. Grant led the Union Army to victory during the American Civil War and went on to serve as President of the United States from 1869 to 1877. Grant's performance commanding Union troops in 16 battles earned him the 7th spot on this list. as well as the US presidency. Although his performance on the battlefield is clearly much better than those of his contemporaries, it should be noted that his Civil War arch-rival, Robert E. Lee, is so far below him on the list that he actually has a negative score. Number 6. Hannibal Barca. Hannibal is notoriously considered one of the greatest military strategists of all time, and the greatest enemy Rome ever faced.
Side note about Hannibal, Dwight Eisenhower, Allied commander, World War II, future president, loved Hannibal, studied Hannibal on how he fought battles and stuff like that. Just throwing that out there because he loved Hannibal so much.
Born in 247 BCE, he was a general of ancient Carthage known for his conquest of Hispania, the Second Punic War, and the Roman Seleucid War. Hannibal, once captured by Scipio Africanus, is believed to have given his own ranking system to Scipio once the two started talking. His personal assessment wasn't far off from the truth. He listed Alexander the Great and himself as best, both of whom are in the top 10, even centuries later. Number 5. Halid ibn al-Walid.
Okay, I didn't think he would be on the list. This is my man right here.
Walid was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad and one of the Islamic Empire's most capable military commanders. His leadership united Arabia under a single leader for the first time in history. He's known for commanding the forces of the Rashidun army under Muhammad and his successors of the Rashidun Caliphate. It's rumored that he fought in over 100 conflicts and skirmishes, but he's best remembered for 14 significant battles in which he remained undefeated against the Byzantine Empire and the Sassanid Persians, and helped spread Islam to the greater Middle East. Compared to others who fought similar numbers of battles, his score eclipses even Frederick the Great. Number 4. Teita Singan. Being one of the best military minds in feudal Japan is really a big deal, because almost everyone seemed to be a military mind, and being better than someone else might mean you get challenged to a duel. After 18 battles, the Tiger of Kai reigned supreme, in Japan anyway. During the 14th century, Teita Singan was a prominent daimyo, or feudal lord, renowned for his military prowess and aggressive tactics in battle. His domestic policies, including systems of law, taxation, and administration, were later incorporated into the shogunate that would unite Japan. Number 3. Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington. Though he would become Prime Minister, Wellesley is best known for his military accolades. It's a pretty big deal to be the guy who delivered a solid defeat to the man they called Master of Europe.
I was just about to say, isn't that the guy at Waterloo?
Napoleon's old nemesis, the Duke of Wellington commanded famous victories during the Napoleonic Wars, including the defeat of Bonaparte at Waterloo. Like Teita Singan, his nearest challenger on this list, the Duke saw command of 18 battles, but his war score is considerably higher. Number 2. Julius Caesar. Before he declared himself dictator for life and found himself infamously murdered by all of his friends, Julius Caesar expanded the Roman Republic through conquests across modern Europe. Caesar didn't have command in as many battles as Singan or the Duke of Wellington, but his war score reflects a lot more risk and shrewdness in his battlefield tactics. But even Caesar couldn't top Alexander's per-battle war average. Number 1. Napoleon Bonaparte. Yes, you might have guessed by now, but the number 1 spot belongs to l'Empereur. Napoleon is so far ahead of the normal distribution curve created by the data for these 6,000 plus generals, it's not even close. After 43 battles, he has a war score of more than 16, which blows the competition away. There could be no question. The man responsible for conquering an enormous expanse of Europe during the 19th century is the greatest tactical general of all time, and the math proves it. So, that's our list. Leave us a comment and let us know if anyone on here surprised you.
I was surprised with number 5. Come on. I knew Grant would be on there, but yeah, I was surprised with this one because I didn't figure he'd be on there. So this is what I expected. Alexander the Great, clearly, yes, he would be on there. I didn't think he'd be 10. I thought he might be 4. 3, that range. I've never heard of him. That is not a shot at him. That's more my stupidity. Frederick the Great. I've done Frederick the Great. I've done a reaction to that. I don't even know if he continued to make Frederick the Great videos, but Frederick the Great always seemed to somehow be able to pull it out, which was what amazed me about him. He's one of the people that always went into a battle feeling like he had a trick up his sleeve and he knew it. That was how he came across to me. I mean, Ulysses S. Grant, clearly. I knew that he would be on there. I figured more 8, 9, 10 range. Still, what are we talking about? 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. So he was one better than kind of what I anticipated. I honestly didn't expect them to put him on there. I don't know why. I just didn't expect it. Never heard of him. Again, that's my stupidity. Did not think of the Duke of Wellington. Not a shot at him. Again, comes down to me not knowing enough about him. Julius Caesar. I guess I should have expected it, even though I didn't. But he was good. Napoleon. Yeah, makes sense. And for people out there, yes, I'm a big George Washington fan. He would not be on this list. As much as I'm a big Washington fan, he went 3-6 in his fights. You do not make the top 10 list when you're 3-6. Grant is on the list, and Grant never really lost a battle during the Civil War. He just kind of kept attacking you until you ran out of men. And this is gonna, he gets the butcher a lot, and it's kind of, it's unfair, but it's the way you fight. Back then, you keep throwing your men at him, and but yeah, this is good. I'm glad I did this video. Good job on me. Good job, Kris. You did a good one. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I just want to take time out now to thank. Let's see, who should I thank? This is when the Oscars would start playing the music, so I can't talk. Okay, so I'm going to end this here. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a thanks button. You can do that. You can request videos. You don't have to request videos. The donation is accepted either way. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You can like and subscribe. That always helps. Give a thumbs up. That helps me. And, giving a thumbs down, there's a competition that YouTube is going to invite people who like to give thumbs downs on videos. They're going to invite them, and it's catching a fist in your mouth. Yeah. We're going to start with mine. Just like that. Oh, hopefully a couple teeth get knocked out in the process. So, in the meantime, the video's over. You can go home now. And if you're home, you got to leave. Go outside. Till the next time. Have a good day. Have a good night.